I'm out the pocket, but I rock with the game. We attacking.
First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry for Nick Chubb. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to air one out. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. From midfield, here's Carr. He'll air this one out for Kirk. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he's going to let it go deep. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Play fake. Mayfield.
Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? You know, used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you were right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the number one things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, you got to set on those routes in order to cause him problems.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. Look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick.
I gotta let it cool down.
It sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. A run for Nick Chubb. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Trying to lay one up deep. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Mayfield off the play fake. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, Mayfield sliding out of the pocket.
There's the rookie from Auburn, Anthony Schwartz.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Touchdown, Browns.
Right strong.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. This defense for the Browns, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe it.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And that will be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he'll only get this to the 2-yard line, a near catastrophe. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside
Dimitri.
the 5. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, 68 yards. And the Browns are able to strike. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it,
yes,
you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned.
You got this.
They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for
I
him
am
here
trying
in the first
my
half,
best.
but I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 15-0 our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing his car on 3rd down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 11. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in point.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Mike Strong, 78 yards. And the Browns are able to add on to their first half lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
Second into his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to take another shot here. And got his man complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it is 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now a play fake. Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked by the rookie Greg Newsome. And Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Baker Mayfield, 26 yards. And the Browns open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Meanwhile, Carr's throw going into the hands of Williams. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The Lions on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Carr now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Out of his end zone, Mayfield. Going for the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken around the 12. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Rolling to his right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz
On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns continue to roll. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To return, here's Agnew.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Carr now on first down. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. He's got a man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
The final shot here before half for Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be Lions football to start the 2nd half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. To return, here's Agnew. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go. As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield on play action. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now Mayfield.
Well, that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Fielded just inside the 20. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Browns drive about to get started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10.
And he's going to let it go deep. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. They've got his man complete.
You're
All the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz,
94 yards. And the Browns are pouring it on. That's a prime example of the danger that Baker Mayfield presents when he's able to get outside of the pocket.
And we see many quarterbacks do this in the league. A lot of them have that good mobility, but we see them, they're more like striders, right? There's a smoothness to them. When I watch Baker Mayfield, everything is sharp, hard, aggressive, and he turns it into a big-time shot downfield and a monster play.
and a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they'd place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated in touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, 91 yards. And the Browns continue to roll. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone. Do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Following the interception, Mayfield flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. So we got man.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. That goes for a gain of 31.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And it's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns get enough. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Right down there.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. An almost unimaginable 0 for 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
1st down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. They're still throwing the foot.
Passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillendow, standing just outside his own goal line. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 45 yards. And the Browns extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. McLaughlin for the extra point. Fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. At the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Carr. He's going to go up top again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl when you have 4 in one game. I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And he is all the way up past the 25. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 25 yards that time.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Carr is going to fire one deep over the middle. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Mike's by 4.
Carr. Open man here is Conklin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And Jacobs, I don't think he's going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the first.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Here's Jacobs. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well because one mistake could turn into 6 points.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. To throw his Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, and they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Flush to his right. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a...
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Watch 18. 18's the mark. It's a party now. It's a party.
Mayfield with it once more. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has over the middle, and there's a diving catch. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.